Investors and traders, welcome to the channel Market Chart Pattern. Today is 6th of July 2024. I hope everyone is having a great day. We are looking at the Lucas time spiral chart. I did a video a few months ago where we looked at the time spiral and the Lucas time spiral called in the top coming in the 13th of March 2024. In this video we are going to discuss what is next for the Bitcoin and what is the Lucas time spiral telling us now. As always, this video is for educational purposes only and it is not a financial advice. What we are looking at is the long-term monthly chart of the Bitcoin. And here this chart is in the formation of a log scale, and we have the nicely laid out Lucas spiral here. In this video I'm not going to go into the details of how the Lucas time spiral is constructed. For this I recommend you watch the video which was in which I explain the Lucas time spiral in detail, and I'll put a link to it towards the end of this video, and I'll also try to put a link to it in the description. So I think you'll really enjoy that video, and it is really fascinating to see how the Lucas time spiral is operating in the Bitcoin market and how it has called some really important tops in the market. Now, the latest top, which came in the month of March 2024, it was right at the Lucas time spiral date, which came in, and we have not seen the market go higher in the Bitcoin. And what we'll also be looking at is a key formation which the Bitcoin market is doing on a normal scale after we look at the time cycle of the correction which is taking place. So after the high came in the March of 2024, what is next for the Bitcoin? And Bitcoin has been actually just slowly but surely moving in a trading range, and it has actually been moving lower. And this is what was the Lucas time spiral indicating, that the price in the Bitcoin is likely to move to the south, and this is what has happened. So on previous occasions, what we have seen is that there is a strong correlation with the number 7, which is a Lucas number. And we have seen when the price has topped and the bottom has come in around the 7-month mark. Sometimes this has expanded to 2 times 7, which is 14, which is also a Lucas number. Now it is also important to how you define a bottom. For example, you're looking at the absolute low, or you're looking at it from a closing basis, but it has been in the 7 months mark, which is a Lucas number, thereabouts, or 2 times that number. In that ballpark figure, we have seen the market to come in and form a tradable bottom. So here we see 7, 2 times 7 here, and then we have seen when a top came in here, 14 months it took, and then around 2 times 7, 14. And now if we just take it to the latest number which had come in for the Lucas, then if we just give it a 7 months period, we get to about the month of September. So this is, we can assume when we reach the month of September, we might have a some sort of a bottoming action or tradable low perhaps coming into this market. Or if it extends, then we have to add another 7 months to it, and then we get to March of 2025, which is quite a while from where we are. But again, we'll have to also look at this timing cycle in respect with what the price action is currently telling us. So from a Lucas time spiral perspective, a top came in March of 2024. We have been in a corrective mode or moving lower, and when we look at the time cycle, it's the number 7 which is coming out, or sometimes the 2 times number 7, which is 14 months period. And if we take that and we add it back to the when the top came in, or when the Lucas high was coming in, based on the Lucas time spiral, then we should pay attention to the month of September, and then we should pay attention to March of 2025. So let's see what the future will represent for us, for this market, for the Bitcoin. Now we will switch over to a normal chart, and we take a look at the price action in the Bitcoin. So in fact, I think I'll just move over to the weekly chart, and here what we have got going on in the Bitcoin. If you are a subscriber and you also watch our videos for the stock market weekly updates, daily updates, this is something which we had also discussed on the daily chart for the Bitcoin. And what we are really watching for was this ABCD one-to-one price projection. So here we take that. This is something actually we had forecasted way in advance, and the market actually got there this week of starting from 1st of July, and it went a little bit lower, but this is the ABCD we were looking at. And there's also some relationship with the Fibonacci expansion. Here we go, which comes a little bit lower, the 1.272. And something really important is this: if we go back to the lows of the 21st of November 2022, so quite a while ago, and we just take the bottom and do the recent top, which came in March 2024, and draw a 38.2% retracement, which comes around 51,473. So roughly we were talking about in our previous videos 54,000 was the kind of level we were watching for, and the market did reach that. That was based off these ABCD price projections, and went a little bit lower. And on a weekly chart, today is Saturday, the candle I think finishes tomorrow, which is Sunday, which we are trading a little bit higher. But the key point is this: this is the region that we are really carefully watching. Here we go, and it's a confluence of 1.272 expansion, 38.2% retracement, and the one-to-one price projection ABCD coming a little bit higher. If the market is actually going to break this level, 50, let's roughly call it 51,000, and of course 50,000 is psychological level, then in my opinion the doors open for further downside price projection for the Bitcoin market. And what it means is we have the 200 week moving average coming around the 36,000. That also becomes a possibility, and of course there's some structural support a little bit here. So this gray line is the 200 week moving average, and this green line is the 89 period moving average. They are kind of hovering around here, and the price is already below the 20 week moving average, which is the shorter term moving average. So the momentum short term is to the downside, and this is the key price level that we are watching. Now there's a chance that because of this pattern coming around here, in close confluence for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin moves really quickly, so I would actually call it pretty close to each other. The market actually remains range bound for quite some time, till the time of September, when we have the timing coming in from the Lucas time spiral. So price catches up with time, and when time and price meet, or the price meets time, the pattern is complete, and we could be looking at this market moving, maybe trying to make an attempt to the upside again. But here we'll just keep on watching this, with this 51,000 level being a really key level on the price axis for Bitcoin, as a really key level to watch. Now while we are here, let's also take a look at the dollar index. So here we go. This is the dollar index, and what we can see in the dollar is that this is the weekly chart for it. The last week candle was a fairly negative candle. Now there is a chance that 107 level, which came around here, was a pretty important high in the market, and we have seen a top and then a top, so a double top here, and then we have seen a top, and a double top here, and with respect to this top, it's also a double top formation. However, this level around the 103.50 on the weekly chart has actually proved to be a pretty good support thus far. So this is why I have this red ABCD one-to-one price projection, which could actually call for 108.65 to be a little bit higher. But it all depends. If this 103.50 level is broken to the downside, then in my opinion the US dollar will be moving much lower. But the interesting thing is that the Bitcoin last week has actually moved lower in price, while the US dollar has also been weaker last week. So that's an interesting observation, and this is something I wanted to point out. That okay, if the US dollar was really strong, maybe there could have been some influence coming from that in the Bitcoin market, but the Bitcoin was also actually weaker. So this is something really interesting going on in this market. So thank you very much for watching the video. Good luck, good trading, and have a great weekend, and we'll speak soon.